All right, more stats. I'm just going to keep adding more stats in. And like I said, really have some fun with this. So, first thing we need to do is give ourselves a place to display these stats. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a button into my building list here. That what it's going to do is it's going to close this horizontal arrangement, and we're going to open up one below these two labels that are going to have a bunch of stats. So, let's go through that so we can see what that's going to look like. So, first, let's add this button in, and I'm gonna just fill parent, and I'm gonna call this the more stats button, and it's gonna say more stats. So what's gonna happen? We're gonna click this. It's gonna tell this entire horizontal arrangement we can no longer see you, and I'm actually gonna put a vertical arrangement under this. Set its height to fill parent, set its width to fill parent. I'm eventually going to change its background color to black so it blends in. For now, I'm going to leave it as white so we can see what's happening and it makes a bit more sense. So at the very top of this, I'm going to put a label, and let's say center. No, center top. I'm sorry, center top. And we're going to make our label. I think what do we make these? 25. So we're going to make this 25, and this is going to be our total cookie label. I'm going to say total cookies. Boom. And like I said, so I want to understand this is a vertical label that is underneath these two vertical arrangement. I'm sorry, that is under these two labels. I want to make sure we understand. So I'm going to go ahead, make this black so it blends in, and that's going to mean I need to make my text white. Boom. And so now I'm going to put inside of my vertical a horizontal arrangement, and we're going to set its width to fill parent, and we're going to have a few pieces of information in here. The first is going to be total cursor, total number of cursors, total cursors. Let's call it that. Total cursors label. Total cursors 0. This one's going to be cookies from cursor label. It's going to be cookies from label 0. And this last one's going to be percentage of cookies from cursor label. Percentage of cookies from cursor. And I'm going to just center this out. Boom, 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 like so. And I'm going to need one of these for Granny. And we can go through, name all these for now. I might be a little bit lazy with this. For Granny. Snap. Oh, snap. There we go. Control Z is your friend. Undo. From Granny. And from Granny. Cookies from Granny. Oh my. That's supposed to be from cursor. It's going to bother me if I don't fix that. So let's fix that now. Alright. Oh my. That's wrong again. Alright, there we go. So we'll set this all up as we go. So we're going to also need a button to close stats. So we're going to call this close stats button. And something I should have been paying attention to is all this. I was lazy, so I'm going to go fix this real quick. I should have at the start set all this up, but I didn't. So then when we click this button, it's going to say close stats. So when we click this button, we're going to say hide this and open this back up. Hold on. Hide. Nope. I hid the. Why did this whole thing? This whole thing was supposed to. There we go. I must have clicked on the wrong thing somewhere. Oh, yeah, I did. All right. Cool. So now let's go set up how to do all of this. So as you guessed it, we're going to need some more variables. The first one I'm going to do is there's a reason I called this current cookies, not total cookies, because they are different. Total cookies should never be subtracted from. So every time you add to a current cookie, you also need to add to total cookies. So same thing down in here. Total cookies. Total cookies. Total cookies. Boom, boom, boom. That means we also need to make sure we're going to update total cookies label to total cookies. And I'm just going to duplicate this and move it around wherever I need. I need one here. I need one here. And I'm going to need, oops. And I'm going to need one up here. Boom. Now, we're going to need a variable keeping track of total number of cursors. So the same as we have 1, 2, 3, I'm going to need num of cursors, num of grandmas, num of farms. And each time I buy a cursor, say number of cursors equals number of cursors plus 1. Let's add one down here. Number of grandmas equals number of grandmas plus 1. Number of farms equals number of farms plus 1. And you guessed it. Let's make sure we're updating our labels. Total. See, total granny cookie. Did I forget the? Oh, I never made one for farms, did I? All right. Well, I'm gonna be lazy. Sorry, I should have. We're not gonna do it. I'll just do these ones for now. Total granny. Total granny. Number of grannies. Total cursors. Number of cursors. Total cursors. So now, you guessed it, another set of variables, I should say. Cookies from cursor. And right in here. Actually, I'm going to be lazy with it. We're just going to duplicate this. Cookies from cursor equals cookies from cursor plus cursor change amount. And you guessed it, let's update our label. Cookies from cursor equals total cookies. I'm sorry. And cookies from cursor. Cookies from grandma. Cookies from grandma. Boom. And why am I blanking? Cookies from grandma. All right. So now that should set up our, where are they? Our cookies